Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. There's a new look on this page, graphs, all kind of graphs, I don't know what they mean. Nikki says, hello Mehran, hope all is well. Good to see you, Nikki, or good to read you, Nikki. I'm studying for midterm, she says. Just wanted to pop in and say hello. Hello, good of you to do that. It's always nice to hear from you. And good luck with the test. I know you will do great. You always did. And you'll be enjoying studying it, learning it, because that's what you want to do. So you're doing it because you want to. You enjoy it. For that reason, you want to learn it. For that reason, you'll learn it well and you'll do well. Okay then. And she says, we'll check later. All right. David says, hello, Mehran, male 25, but no longer Dallas. Oh, you moved. You said you're going to be moving. Where'd you move? Kansas? I don't remember. Embry Kia says, male 21, London. How is your week going? Hello, Embry. Good to see you here. And thank you for asking. It's going just as it is going for everyone else in the world. It was a busy week. I'm glad it is Saturday. So we're here. Carpe Diem is here. Says, hi, Mehran. Happy August long weekend. Yes, happy August long weekend to you as well. And we have a Saturday and Sunday. And, of course, Monday is a BC day. So it is also a holiday. And Gatto says, hello, Mehran. Male 34, Italy, come stai? Buongiorno, buonasera. Whichever applies, I guess buonasera applies. Carpe Diem says, the suspense of waiting is killing us. Yes, well, you know, it was 1:15. I'm here at 1:17, so 2 minutes late. My apologies for that. But you know what? I woke up late. I slept late, woke up late. And so I was, you know, rushing to get make my tea ready. Now we're here. And Carpe Diem says, we could have watched you make your tea. That's right. Yes, I should remember that. Eventually I get organized and I'll have that live feed of making the tea. Well, I'm having tea in my favorite cup, Yeti cup, compliments of my son. This thing is real cup. I mean, it just keeps it hot. If you have the lid on, it keeps it hot for, I don't know, 2 days. If it's cold, it keeps it cold for, I don't know, 2 days. But if you take the lid off, then you have a little bit of a control. Once it gets to the right temperature, put the lid back on and it'll stay there for the next few hours. And you enjoy it. Every sip is perfect temperature. I learned that because I knew it's going to keep the heat quite well, but I somehow had the lid on and drank it and I burned the heck out. It took me a week to be able to have. So what's going on here, guys? And there's only 7 of us here. That's amazing because we knew this to be a once a week event. So obviously I'm going out of style. So we're getting extinct. So let's see who's going to shoot the first question, if there is any. So far, I see none. And it's all old guards here. Henry, have you been here before? You haven't been here for a while, have you? Henry, I believe I remember your name, but not too often. Am I right? Am I wrong? Now, I see 5 people here, but 7 people viewing. Where are those 2 other people? Are you hiding? No one's going to bite here. Emery says, I've only been here once before. There it is. Albuquerque. David. Albuquerque. Okay. Fair enough. You got a job or something? Or what was the move? What was the reason for the move? Family, job, friends, less corona? Gatto says, Mr. Mehran, girls seem to move on faster after a breakup. Why? Because they're always approached with a lineup of guys who want to get to know them and be with them. Because girls are not always the individually responsible for why we are attracted to them. We are attracted to female as a heterosexual male. You're attracted to female because that's your genes. You're programmed to be attracted to them. So they get a freebie here. They don't have to do anything and you're attracted to them. So therefore they've got all kinds of guys always, without knowing them, attracted to them. So they will approach them. So girls will have lots of attention, whether they're breaking up or not breaking up, after breakup. So they've got lots of options. So for that reason, they'll move on easier. For us guys, we gotta prove ourselves, attract the female, and then do acrobatics and jump up and down and do circus tricks and all these things to bring their attentions, because they've got so many other boys showing attention to them. So they're choosing. And so it's a little bit more difficult for us at that time, with that feeling of after breakup, to have that motivation and mood to go and do our circus tricks and to attract a female. But the female are being approached, so they're sitting there and the options are coming to them. If we were in a position that where after breakup would have so many girls show up and pay attention to us, we would also have an easier time to move, because we'll see, oh, okay, there's this option, or life is not dead, life continues, and there's other things. Look at this pretty girl, she's interested in me, and all these things. And so it would be motivating without you actually having the motivation or mood. This is how it works for girls, pretty much. And don't forget, they're also hurting. They also hurt a lot. Not all of them are like you're describing, or they're going to move on fast. Many of them don't. It's individual basis, but in general, that's how it works. That's what I have to say about that. Make Your Touch says, hello, Mehran. Hello. I was watching the other live. I hope you're doing fine. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. We had a short live stream last night about 9 p.m. Because I had a young lady, 27 years old, later on I found out, from India, who was very anxious and impatient, and apparently was in distress of some kind and wanted to talk. And I offered the Skype, and she didn't have a Skype, and therefore I thought the best way would be to alleviate whatever it is that she was suffering from or anxious about, to make myself available. And so I opened a live stream so everybody could join, and she could have a chance to express her concerns about her situation, and I would know what it is, and so I could be of some help. So we had a 50-minute, I wanted to be a half an hour, but it turned out to be 50 minutes because there was discussions about different topics that people joined. So we had that last night unannounced, and that was, I think, something that was okay. The best way I could maybe attend to someone who seemed to be in that kind of a stress or distress. And David says, family decided to move, so I decided to go with them. Haha, okay, good idea. David says, but less COVID-19 here too. Oh, okay. Good, 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 good. Stephen says, good afternoon, Mehran. Good afternoon, Stephen. It seems like it's been, years since we all had a live chat. This week it must have been busy for me, or maybe this is how I feel. It's like I haven't seen you guys or talked to you guys for a long time. Not just a week, a long time. Stephen says, male 4D, Los Angeles. Good to see you here. Wow, even the tea bag is hot. Can't touch it. Can't touch me. All right, are we done? just, just saying. So we had an interesting discussion last night. If you guys missed the last night's live stream, which I'm sure you did because you weren't there, but the ones who were and the ones who later on watched the upload, they might find the, at least 40 minutes of it new stuff. Like the first, from minute 4 to minute 24, it was new way of discussion about the role of thoughts, brain, in intrusive thoughts and so on, and that was certain analogies that could make quite sense, at least to me. All right, and Steven says, "How's everything, Mehran?" Well, everything is as it used to be. You deal with things, and they're not as how it used to be. Not necessarily just out there, also in our own heads. We've been going through a certain continuous brainwash through all medias around the world. If before we were being influenced by something through the local media, now they're all orchestrated. And this is not about if it's right or wrong, the news or the events, not at all. It's about the effects of what is being orchestrated throughout the world and how it is affecting our psyche, which has a tremendous effect on it. We got to be vigilant to not lose our proper judgment about everything and everything. So at the same time, take precautions, take good care of yourselves, and at the same time, be mindful of the orchestrated messages that you're receiving all throughout the world, which has affected our behavior, our social interactions, our activities, and that could have a certain kind of a level of stress on you. So you got to make sure you do things that you enjoy, you like, and they're safe, with your friends, family, with caution, and by observing what's healthy and what's recommended. Have some kind of a socialization in distance, or however it is safe, and be active and productive in what you want to do, because we don't know how long this thing, however it has come about, is going to go on. We must find our path in it and be productive and positive and hopeful and effective and active to bring about that normality as much as we possibly can, so we won't turn out as a final product to be a zombie of waiting for orders and lose our own way of thinking and deciding and judgment. Bit by bit, whatever the situation is, once constantly you're waiting for direction, then you lose your own individuality and autonomy to make decisions. You're always waiting for some entity to tell you this is okay or not okay. And that's not about being helpful, not being helpful. Most places they're being genuinely helpful. But it's about being conditioned not to be autonomous anymore, being conditioned not to be an individual, being conditioned to become part of the Borg. And you become an entity waiting for instructions at every corner. That's the problem. Otherwise, being cooperative, part of a group, doing the best you can to combat certain danger, certain situation, that's the way we human beings should handle things, and we are. But be mindful of when this goes too far and you end up becoming Borg, which you all remember Star Trek. The Borg was no longer individual. They were just waiting for orders, collective. And at least that was a collective. Everybody had something to say in it or input. But here you wouldn't. So just what I'm trying to say is do what's recommended for health, for your observing your own health and safety of others. Whatever it is, social distancing, mask and all that, do whatever it needs to be done to protect yourself and be concerned and cautious about other people's well-being. But at the same time, be mindful of not ending up with what I just described. And just be programmed to wait for whatever comes is correct and must be followed. Then we have lost whatever we have fought for the past thousands of years. All right. Steven says, it's been a while since I listened to you live. Yes, that's true. Mirko says, hi Mehran, male 27 UK, because in your books you say that we live in the past and it affects our present. Does this mean that when we get cheated on by our partner, we should ignore the past and be present? Elaborate. And well, you see, you're here, you're the past. You are here, whatever you are, because of the past. So past moved from there, experiences, actions, experiences, knowledge created your consciousness. And from that thought and then actions and experience and knowledge, all that been recorded in your consciousness. So whatever you are is based on what you've been doing, what you've learning, what you've been experiencing, and the knowledge that have been recorded in your consciousness. So this is now the entity. Now today is the past of your future. And if we are a product of the past, then my future is a product of the past of the future, which is today. So whatever I do, experience, or whatever I help myself or teach myself, or whatever I go through, I'm carrying it to my future and shaping my future through what it was in the past and through what I'm doing now, which is still considered the past of the future. So if you want to change your future, you got to change it drastic now. If you change the now, then the future changes. But if you wait gradually to change the now, then while you're waiting gradually changing now, the future would still be your past, which is today and before today. So naturally, if you don't want to be subjected to that emotional hardship of she cheated on you or whatever it was, then make the drastic change today so you won't take this you of the past with that effect of that cheating, whatever it was that is still bothering you, to your future tomorrow. So that experience won't come with you tomorrow. In other words, resolve with yourself. Say, I don't give a shit. It happened. It's the past. It's dead. It's non-existence. I don't want to carry it. I want to leave that there and just now focus on the now. Focus on the now, what I can make an effort, what I can create, what I can change, what I can learn, what I have learned from it. In order to carry what the past did, I only want to carry what I learned from what the past and how the past affected me. Taking that knowledge with you helps you not to fall into that shit again, so your future would be in a better shape than if you just take the experience and the sadness of it and the emotion and effects of it with you, which is you're taking your past to the future. I'm saying take the experience and knowledge, but not the effects of it. Just be aware of what it was, but then leave that, say, okay, I'm alive, I'm strong, and that experience, whatever it was, I learned from it, but the experience itself is dead. No longer can hurt me. That's done, that's gone, that's taken care of. She's gone, whatever it was, it hurt me, but it's really hurt in what? What got hurt? What really got hurt? My ego? That's no substance. It's an apparatus, it's not me. It's not really physical, or I can simply put that aside and say, I don't care about it. But I'm programmed to care about it, so I think I must care, so I'm affected. Oh, I'm sad. Oh, she cheated on me. So if you separate yourself from the fragments of the psyche and understand that you're not supposed to be guided, ruled, or directed by the fragments of the psyche, by the ego, by the fear, by desire, then you can take yourself out of this combination, this equation, and make yourself free and independent from what has happened, in this case, the cheating and all that, so forth. The emotion, what has hurt you? What hurt? What's hurt? The only thing that is hurt is your image. The image you had of yourself in your mind about, I'm this, I'm that, she loves me, and I'm the caveman and all that. That's the image you had. Now she cheated me. Somebody else is better than me. My image is not this. She went to somebody else. That means I'm less a man than that man that she's with now. And all that shit is just the image that you have had of yourself in your psyche, in your mind. That image in your mind is changed based on nothing. It was an image. It never existed to hurt you, to bother you, to make you more or less. You're still as wonderful as you've always been. Your actuality is untouched. You're still as powerful, whatever you look like, you're still, whatever your fitness, whatever your smarts, your intelligence, your capabilities, they're all there. But you have decided to think of yourself lesser than yesterday because she left with another guy or she cheated. So what really affected you? Nothing. Physically and emotionally, everything, you can still be the same. You're still the same. Only the image you had created of yourself in your mind has changed. But in fact, in reality, nothing has changed. You're still the same person. You're still capable of having the same image or different image, create a different image, new image, better image, that I'm now more experienced than I was before, wiser because this happened, so I'm now more man than I ever been. And I'm wiser man. So basically, that's how you should look at it. Now we have a super chat from Carpe Diem, so traditionally we go to super chat. And Carpe Diem says, thank you for being with us, Mehran, and for sharing your perspective. It really helps. Sometimes you need an ugly stick to wake up from being hypnotized and coming back to reality. Thank you very much for being here and always supporting the channel, Carpe Diem. It's always good to have good energy around us, especially this channel, needs the promotion and attention and the support. And I thank you for being part of this channel and appreciate your positive comments. And Carpe Diem says, I really liked your analogy about COVID and the manipulation. Being autonomous is so important. You're so right. We forget to think for ourselves. And thank you for that important reminder. Male 41. Hey, I gave you 20 years off. Carpe Diem. Male 41 Canada. Thank you for the comment and thank you for supporting the channel. And we were with Emery. Emery says, a bit heartbroken. Currently have no job. Broke up with my ex almost a year ago. My friends are busy with work, girlfriend, etc. My ex moved on less than a month after our breakup. I think of her all the time. You shouldn't. Why? What has she done to deserve your attention? Is she with you? No. So what does it make her qualified to be with you? I mean, to be benefiting from your attention, to occupy your mind. What? What is she giving you? What is the benefit of it? What? She's left an agent in your head to make you suffer? Oh, you don't have this apple that you liked. So big deal. Kick the apple out in the garbage and go and get another apple. Simple as that. And I didn't mean to go kick her. It was an apple thing, so don't take that wrong. you never you never bring harm to anyone. So what I'm trying to say is that, so what has happened to you? Nothing really. You're all perfectly well, but you are just constantly sitting and, beating yourself with some kind of a hammer and say, oh, why does it hurt? Well, because you keep hitting it. Stop thinking about her. What's so special about her? What's so special about a woman who doesn't want to be with you? What's so special about that? The special woman is the one who wants to be with you, and you want to be with her. Two-way street. If she doesn't want to be with you, doesn't matter how this or that or whatever it was, whether you know her or you don't know her, whether you had memories with her or you just see someone beautiful in the street that, attracts you. Either way, if she's not willing to be with you, to get to know you, to talk to you, what good is she bringing to you? What makes her qualified to pay attention to her once you have pitched your interest and you see nothing came back? Whether it's the first time you see someone in a certain setting and you say hello and you don't get the proper response back, or it's some ex some girlfriend that has left you or didn't work out and you guys broke up. When it's broken up and when there is no benefit to you in that relationship or interest coming from the other side towards you, why would you think that it deserves your attention? Why? Logically, you can see that it doesn't. But your ego and your desire for pleasure, it makes you feel like, oh, I gotta go after it. Well, who said that you gotta go after it? No, you're supposed to have roots. If you see there's not enough respect or attention towards you from the woman that you are interested in, have respect for yourself. Move on. Move on. You're not going to get more because you got some. Because what is that person, what is that woman that you're getting some from? What has she done to suddenly being with her, giving you the echelon of ego? What? What has she accomplished? What is her qualifications? What is she bringing to the table? Nothing. Fulfills the desire. If she doesn't have an interest in you, if she's not going to be a partner, if she's not going to be part of the solution, part of the struggle, part of the challenges of life that you guys are going to go through, she's no good for you. Therefore, wish her well, let her go. And you look for a different horse, which would want to run right beside you, and together you can pull this cart that is heavy enough. You don't need distractions that this horse is pulling that way and pulling that. You got to pull the cart. That's life. You're pulling the life. And you got another horse beside you who wants to pull that together, same direction, go ahead. But she wants to go this way or that way or be distracted, no good. Release that from the harness and let it go. And you find another horse that you and her together can pull this wagon. And make sure the wagon will be not crushing your back, because the horses, being us humans, the wagon, being life, is only connected with chain, not solid material. It's chain. In other words, as long as you're running, the wagon won't crush you. As long as you're moving, the wagon won't crush you. But as soon as you see an obstacle, the horses stop, the wagon can't stop because it's only connected to you with chain. Chain can fold and it continues its movement. You stop, the wagon hasn't, it's going to crush you in the back. Meaning, you need to constantly have a companion that, or be alone, that you can count on the constant movement forward, whether running or walking, moving forward, so this chain won't fold and the wagon won't crush you in the back. The life, weight, and challenges will not wait for you because you just blinked and you stopped. The challenges will still come. So you got to be in a position to be ahead of the challenge and constantly going, so the wagon would be following you. Life should follow you, not you standing there in life running over you and then you follow life. Get my drift? So, I end this particular topic with this. If she's no good to you, she doesn't deserve your attention. Which means, if this wheel doesn't turn for you, I don't care if it turns at all. I don't care how pretty she is, what she does, what she did, and all that. If that attention is not for you, is for her or somebody else or whatever it is that she wants to do, then it doesn't matter how pretty she is. Doesn't matter what she did, how she could cook, how she could do this, how she could be a companion this way or a partner in that way. None. It doesn't matter if that's not for you. So hence, if this wheel doesn't turn for you, I don't care if it turns at all. So you walk away and find the wheel that turns for you, and specifically for you. All right. Let's move on to Miko says, oh, okay, we have Lala says, hi from Philippines. Hello, Lala. Good to see you. And thank you for joining us. That must be pretty late down there at Philippines. It is 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock in the morning, isn't it? Or something like that. So Miko says, elaborating what I said, if the cheating happened a few months ago and it kept bothering in the present and it modified present behavior, I'm not in a relationship anymore because we broke up as it bothered me too much. I couldn't let the past go. You can't say you couldn't. You didn't, because you could. As long as you think that you're not you and you're the ego or the fear or the desire, then you don't think of yourself as the master. You'll think of yourself as the puppet. You're supposed to be the puppet master, not the puppet. The puppets are the ego, the fear, and the desire, and you are the puppet master. You are the master. But the other way around is going to hurt you, because that's not true anyhow. You shouldn't believe your thoughts, because thoughts are not you. You're not thoughts. You shouldn't believe that you should be following your ego, your desire, your fears. It should be the other way around. You judge thoughts that pop up in your head. The suggestion, ideas, and intrusive thoughts, and all kinds of weird things that show up in your head. You judge them, not to follow them, because you're not thoughts and thoughts are not you. You're above thoughts. You're beyond thoughts. thoughts are just the roots of all troubles. Don't fall for that. Because you have a capability of thinking, that doesn't mean the thinking fact, truth, honest. It's baseless. It's what brain does, makes thoughts. But just because you have that capability of creating thought and it comes in your head, that doesn't mean it has any credibility. Watch my video number 11 in Intrusive, Transient, OCD, HOCD, Negative Thought. Video number 11, it says, video number 11, it tells you how thoughts are put together, the relationship between thoughts and consciousness, and helps you to understand. Then you see the power of mind and how it can go rogue and how you can choose to harness it and train it to use it in your favor by video number 7. And lo and behold, video number 8 is going to show you why intrusive thoughts are possible at all. Watch them. Learn about your brain and thoughts and the relationship between and how you should treat them and train them and understand that you are above it all. They are your subordinates. Thoughts are your subordinates. There is a me, and then there's thought. Me is not thoughts. Thought is not you. You're not thoughts. You're not the brain. Brain is not you. Watch the presentation of Dr. Schwartz. Then I have the link underneath any of those videos in that playlist. And learn about the study that Dr. Anne Grable, I believe, and her student at MIT, Carl Smith, has done on neuroscience of habit. You will see what happens, how OCD turns into an addiction, and after a while you're not necessarily doing the weird intrusive thoughts or OCD behavior because of the OCD itself. You're doing it because you've now become addicted to the dopamine that is created after you do the compulsion. And then after a while, that dopamine that addicts you turns the whole thing into habit, because the habit center, reward center, and goal finding center, they're all in the same vicinity and they interact. So the OCD turns into addiction by getting the shot of dopamine every time you do the compulsion. And then after that, because of that continuous basis, because of the dopamine, now you want to do it more, it becomes a habit. And once it becomes a habit, it becomes more difficult to get rid of. So you got to understand this relationship so you can be more in control of yourself and understand there's a me and there's a thought. And thought is not you, you're not thoughts. Do not follow thoughts. And do not give a damn about what shows up as intrusive thoughts, because they're all meaningless. The topic doesn't matter. What topic is the intrusive thought? It's just the fact that they're all baseless and meaningless and irrelevant to you. You must focus on that and then be free from mind, free from thoughts, and regain your freedom and understand there is a separation between you and thoughts. So what thoughts shows up, you don't have to react to it. Recognize it and keep on doing what it is that you want to accomplish in this life and how you want to live in this life, in every aspect of your life. All right, let's move on to Excalibur is here, says, hello, dear Mehran, just passing by and saying hello to the best Jedi Master. Do not underestimate the power of the dark side, Excalibur. John Ennis is here. John says, Mehran, Johnny Syracuse 29, I work weekends, so I miss live chats. Hope all is well, and I've been ugly stick free for over a month. Good for you. I'm proud of you. Over a month now, meaning done with old relations. That's my boy. Good for you. Proud of you. Keep it up. Embra says, how to get over first love? Just get over it, because as you said, it's the first love. What does that mean? First. What comes next? Second. So if there is a first, there's a second, because there's a sequence. So first love means way down, first experience, just move on. You don't have to forget it. Just enjoy it, that this was, and recognize that this was the first love. There's going to be a lot more. What's your age? You haven't told me that. Together for 2 years and lived together for 6 months. Go to attached. I've watched most of your breakup videos. You can't have watched, you couldn't have watched most of my videos. There are 1,800 videos. That would have taken you like 3 years. You've been in a relationship for 2 years only. Are you kidding? Or do you think I've lost it? I'm old, but not that old. Now, John says, Mehran, I will say since the breakup, I have been experiencing panic attacks while driving. Very strange. I have a clean bill of health. Just wondering if you know how to deal with panic attack. Just don't give a shit about it. Understand, panic attack is fear-based. You're afraid as if she was a solid ground for you. In fact, having gotten rid of her, that this didn't work, it helps you to be on a solid ground because she was shaky. You were always, is she going to stay? Are we going to be fighting or not? Are we going to be compatible or not? Now you don't have that worry. So in fact, if anything, this breakup helps you not to have any panic attacks because you're on solid grounds. You make decisions and you're free and you're happy. There's no frictions, there's no divisions and conflicts in your life right now. So panic attacks have no reason anymore to be there. Maybe when you guys were together, but now you're just thinking about, what if I stay lonely or single all my life? What if I don't find who knows? And that's a big crock of bullshit that you've created as an intrusive thoughts. How could anybody, even if they try, to not cross path with another relationship? How could it be possible? It's not even possible, even if you tried. So you're bound to find somebody else. Doesn't matter when. The fact that you will, and it will happen 100%, that's what you should focus on. Not that, oh, it didn't happen today either, so maybe I should be having a panic attack now because it didn't happen. I'm waiting. No, don't wait for it. It'll happen when it happens. But the fact is, focus on the fact that it will happen. I guarantee you that. Just have faith in life. Have faith in the universe. The whole thing has certain kind of glitches and organizations and falling in together, and they will falling in time. They will. They will. Right now, you're just approaching. And it's like saying, why is it not happening? Why is it? Because you're just approaching. It's like the ship is going to the dock and it's on its way. It hasn't gotten to the station yet. It says, why is it not docking? Why is it? Well, because you're too far. Continue your life and eventually they line up and you're close enough. And before you know it, not even thinking, not even trying, oops, they're happening. And they're docking. Simple. That happens. So instead of thinking about when, stop thinking about when and know that it will, or whenever. I don't care. I'm busy with my life and I'm enjoying my life. I'm on solid grounds. There's no conflicts and divisions. Therefore, no reason for panic attack, because it's like you're panicking about, what about lunch? Well, it's only 10 o'clock. Why are you worried about lunch? When it comes lunchtime, you'll go have lunch. But it's not lunchtime. So simmer down. Relax. There's no need to panic. When it's lunchtime, the cafeteria opens, the restaurants open, and you go and you eat your food. Gentle, my friend. Be patient. And Zach Stroh is here, says, hello there, Mehran. Hello, Zach Stroh. And All right, and Leo the Lion is here. This is male 27 Leo, and Washington, Seattle, Washington. Hello, Mehran, he says. Hope you have been doing wonderful. Well, I've been doing, I don't know if it's wonderful or not, but haven't biked for a few days because I was just really totally, I've been biking every day and I love it. It was like, just couldn't do without it. I'm missing it, but I've been busy in other fronts, the business at the same time. Too much of it. I needed, I guess it's my age, I don't know, but I didn't think I was doing much, but I guess I had to take a break. So I'm taking a break. I haven't gone to the gym for God knows how long. My muscles are going. Gotta get back to. Better this world comes back to its shape. I need to go to the gym for that one reason. And let's see. And Make Your Touch says, I feel tiring to talk to girls in online dating. So who does not put effort? Oh, I feel tiring to talk to girls in online dating who does not put effort into conversation and have an attitude as if guys are meant to entertain them from their boring life. Male, 26 year. Yeah, that's mostly true. Because this is the bill that have been sold, that they're not responsible to be what they can be. They just need to sit and be approached and be offered and be entertained. And this has been done by hundreds and hundreds of guys towards them, so they feel no need to make much out of themselves in that circumstances, because they're not focusing on compatibility. They're focusing on who's going to give him more stuff, who's going to give him more attention, who's going to give him more of a favors. And that has been an unfortunate situation for women, because women are capable, very smart, capable to do and accomplish anything they put their minds to. But this idea of constant approach by guys towards them has made them lazy in many fronts. In fronts of success in life, in fronts of making best efforts for relationships. They think everything is disposable. Okay, this guy, next guy, he's got a better car, he's got more money, or maybe that one, or I see what I can get. And I'm not talking about all women. I'm talking about a certain percentage of women, because there are always intelligent women out there who can see through this, and they are taking good care of themselves mentally and physically and educationally, academically, and they're not falling for that shit. But most of the girls that you're talking about are the girls who actually don't have much going for them. They're just hanging around, seeing who's going to entertain them more, because that makes them feel important, because they don't have any other apparatus or any other project to, on their own, by their own accomplishments, making themselves important. So they're looking for that importance coming from outside, and by the attentions they get from here and there, whether they're in a relationship or not. So you got to watch what kind of quality of a girl you're choosing to be in a relationship with. Is she actually sound-minded? Is she grounded? Or is she looking for attention of this and that and this others? Is she capable? Or is she just simply sitting around hoping to be entertained? That kind of a girl is bored on her own, and also boring in any relationship, and therefore she's going to be like a sparrow, jumping from one branch to another branch, hoping that the other branch will have more flowers on it for her, but she's not going to go and plant the flowers. That's the mentality. So watch for that. and you're correct on that to the point that we discussed. But don't forget, it is also your responsibility to choose well. You see that kind of a girl? Pass by, don't approach. Look for the kind of girls that are out there. Intelligent, committed, focused, loyal, faithful, women, female. They're proud of being female. They want to be women, and they want to be in a relationship, and they want to take their part in this amazing journey of life with their man, and have this clearly known what the path is, instead of trying to be something that they're not and be confused all about it and then mess up the whole relationship because of it. So you also look for the quality that you're looking for. Don't just say, oh, she's a female, therefore I gotta approach. No, you don't have to. You gotta expect. They expect lots of things from you, so you should expect what you expect. Certain look, certain fitness, certain health consciousness, certain education, certain smarts, intelligence, abilities, capabilities, accomplishments. These are what you expect. Then that's what you should expect from them. Select, make your selections based on your expectations, rather than, oh, she's pretty. Oh, you can't have a relationship with pretty. You have a relationship with their consciousness, and that consciousness must be compatible to yours. So look for what you are hoping to build, and you got to have the right material, and that raw ingredients material needs to be looked after and selected properly. So see what you're selecting. Don't select because one part of it is going to excite you. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, she's got a high heels on. Okay, so what? You can't have a relationship with high heels. You can't have a relationship with her looks. You can't have a relationship with her hair. These are all important, but you got to see what makes her tick. That's where the relationship takes place or breaks down. Having said that, let's move on to okay. Make Your Touch says, I feel like finding a high value woman nowadays is becoming like a struggle that is not worth a while. Any thoughts on online dating or how to meet a high value woman? Well, I think online dating is an option, but sometimes it works. But they're also being approached with so many other guys online, and it's becoming a entertainment thing, and hardly for them to even give it up when they meet someone, unless they're genuinely interested in one person, rather than entertainment of at getting attention from so many people. That is what online dating is really providing. But eventually you got to know if this person is worth your time, and compatibility is there to build something on, rather than, oh, it was all nice. Online, everybody is nice. Couple of pictures here and there and nice words. There's nothing to know. You got to meet each other and see if you guys are compatible through day-to-day life, maybe going to a cafe for a coffee, the conversation, or some sports activities, whatever it is that you can see each other interactive and active in real action, in real life. How you encounter with life, how you interact with other people while you guys are on a date or doing something. Then you get to know each other's energy and each other's way of dealing with life and interacting with reality of what is out there in the present moment, not a picture here or a memory here or a story here. It's all propaganda. You got to get to know that person's consciousness, and for that you need to meet, you need to interact online. Eventually you got to meet and interact, then you make your decision. Don't make your decisions because she looks good on paper or on picture or online, and few words, exciting words and promises, this and that, or hints. These are all okay for entertainment, but eventually you got to see if it's real or not. So perfect temperature, and that's the time you put the lid on the Yeti, so it keeps that heat, so you can have your tea always at the right temperature. It's a free advertisement for Yeti. All right, guys, it looks like we've been here for an hour, and it's 17 of us here, and we don't have anybody else, any other question. So I guess it's time for me to say I love you all. Thank you very much for being here and giving me the opportunity to share a thing or two with you. I look forward to talk to you again. It will be next Saturday. I'm thinking maybe sometimes, whether announced or unannounced, I may have a night time, 9 p.m. Live stream in order to hit Australia, Hong Kong, New Zealand, Philippines, Singapore, India, Pakistan, Iran, and Asian countries, mostly. So because they can't meet us here at this time, at this hour. So I may have one tonight at 9 o'clock. I'm not sure. I will see. Vancouver time, 9 o'clock. So in the meantime, be good to yourself and to the others. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.